sports. And we've got the Vikings. Rocket on quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Vikings and the Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their pick.
The Vikings offense about ready to get going. They are 6-0 here to start the year. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back. He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time we looked up, it seemed like he was in the end zone.
And let's face it, I didn't want to look up. I was enjoying what I was seeing on the field. Now, it's highly unlikely that he does it again. That type of a game, and maybe a couple of touchdowns, I think that's within reach.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to center back on second. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. And it'll find the open man, that's complete. And the out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a give, right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Now a play fake here on first down. As he throws there, incomplete. To this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. Every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. But the Stars wanted to score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. You almost know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent on the Stars to really play well to make it work for this team.
He gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Third down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. He spins free. Bounce inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be?
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they start in the best of all positions. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Great.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Breaks a tackle. He's got it. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Hodgins in motion. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, 54 yards. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Hey. Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Hurry.
Made at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On third down. Bump. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a third down.
Number 26. Amani Hooker up for the tackle. No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
And now out comes Minnesota.
On the jump. Bring it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nice little juke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Making the catch. This is the tight end Oliver.
Let's go.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
To T.J. Hawkinson. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Vikings on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's third and 3. Up the middle they go. Bump. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. Why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. Obviously, his vision and legs have held him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
We'll see how much they give him the ball here. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now it's 3rd and 3. And now they're in the hurry up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He gets it to Addison. Ooh, the juke. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's 2nd and 10. Going back to the same well, it's Hawkinson again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. Nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. Able to get away. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're...
The Vikings head out to take over once again.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Cup 19! Ready, ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll run on first down. Nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield strike at the 49. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Give him a gain of 5 with the completion, and that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
Back to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll take this down to the 26.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Isaiah Hodgins from 13 yards out. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now. Buck. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's still barreling through. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he's stopped for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what?
So here are the Vikings to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he has a big gain inside the 30 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. He'll look to throw. Out right to Jefferson, and he's got a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this?
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out on the field already making plans for the evening.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
178 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Vikings.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice. 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 42-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 1st down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you always want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter, we believe you want that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Hey, we eating somewhere tonight? Let's do it. Rook is paying. Oh, that was a player of the week performance right there.
Hey, let's keep building momentum now.
I'm one of the first in the ice tub tonight, fellas. Too late, already full.
Yo, Rook, keep playing like this and you'll cash in for sure. Played some good ball out there today, guys. I smell tacos!
Can't wait to watch some film from today. Anyone got any body spray? Hey, can we get that music turned up?
We rolling now, boys! Nice play out there today, Rook. This is how we do it, boys. Let's get it again next week. Come on, fellas.
National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings, rocket arm quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Vikings and the Packers under the lights on Monday night.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team and all...
The Vikings offense ready to get going here. 7-0 on the year. And the one this defense will need to contain is this man, their second-year running back. As his strong season continues, last week's performance putting over 1,000 yards now for the year.
And what do you think he's saying?
Feed me.
Exactly. Come on, more yardage, because he's definitely not going to be satisfied with what he's accomplished thus far.
Come on. Hey.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finds his man. There's Jordan Madison. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Breaks the tackle now. Inside the 15 before he dropped it. That burst good for 20 on 1st down. He was running over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't?
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room and their meeting rooms. We know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2nd and 4. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. They couldn't take it away. So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere, the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And out now come the Vikings. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here.
Here we go. Start.
They go play action here on first down. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successfully.
Well, they get him down the line before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A minute to go. Clock running a back and forth first quarter play. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Shoves him aside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going down of bounds.
Good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively.
And he's corralled before getting it inside the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 on the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. Incomplete to Hodges. And he's finally taken down. It's a big game there. And will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option to run and play action, maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll look to throw again. There's Allison. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown play. And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually try to put it in reverse.
No doubt about it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up with the second and inches. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets up to the 21-yard line. Back-to-back good plays, have a lot to move on first down. But it stays up. He lets one go deep for Allison. That is incomplete.
Got some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Cowboy 80.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First downs gives him a first and 10 on the 44. Now throw here home. Across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice game. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Isaiah Hodgins, 30 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive, no matter what the defense
the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now he dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. On third down. This will be a Vikings first down as they get this up to the 42. Back to throw here. He gets it to Addison. On the gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevented him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's a quick throw call out wide. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. The Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for a touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of it.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. This is just shy of 40, down at the 39. They'll run on first down. Boy, nifty juke there. He'll be taken down, but before he works it past the 50. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the central mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay really hot.
They've been hot so far. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This play for Justin Jefferson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi, so clear territory. Catch the same number of passes he caught. You know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not 3 yet.
Cougar 19!
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Back to throw again. Quick hit, it's complete. Takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline. Look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
desperation is they're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Come on. Set. Hurry.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And then will be caught out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
They'll find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 19 yards away. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Chain movement. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Vikings are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Well, and it's been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too. It's evidence right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop them.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Been a
Very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
And if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Slant route, and he's got Addison. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd and 1. He's got Hawkinson. Able to get the 1 yard they need. They'll set up the throw. Back in the same well, it's Hawkinson again. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30 on the down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Stops short on the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
70 Timberwolves.
Up the middle they go. Bump. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Isaiah Hodgins, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of...
Vikings now heading onto the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 118 yards rushing for him now. What was his 10th carry of the ball game? And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid to take a risk, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Minnesota,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Vikings and the Niners. And it's all up next on EA Sports.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a...
The Vikings offense about ready to get started. 8-0 is their record to start the year. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back. As he continues to pile on the yards, what a season he's had so far.
Yeah, he's up over 1,200 yards now, so the arrow is definitely pointing up for him. That means also that his offensive line, receivers, everyone is doing a great job up front blocking for him.
And on the other side, they're focusing on him as well more.
No doubt about it. I think he's up for the challenge.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago. 10 carries, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
Guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
Hey, check that. Street.
On first down. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. On the 22 now, here's second down at 7.
Brings up second and 7.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. He'll drop to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's second and 10. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage and tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball that cause disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum and throw the ball downfield.
And he's going to go down inside back of the 24. Multiple plays combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Teams are so competitively matched. You just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play you just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run. So this game is crucial.
Second down in the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And second down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really separating these two in their play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
18, right here. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You look at this Niner defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're changing this at the line. Here we go on 4th down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Second and 11. Complete to Hodgins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On 3rd down, Buck. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Back to throw. That is caught. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by
Justin Jefferson. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was...
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this guy, maybe. Down the left sideline, and he will step out of bounds, but not before. He's all the way across the 50. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he put on that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
They'll run on first down. And he takes it down the 10-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it.
There's Allison. Touchdown, Vikings. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a four-ways. Touchdown, Vikings. Isaiah Hodgins, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The full left sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from the guy his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle they go. They're going to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage. He's taken down. A pretty good game. Now back to throw.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Big Lion.
On 1st down. Pushes past him. Shedding the tackle. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Got a man that hits him in stride. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32.
2nd and 3. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final
timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First down, Minnesota.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in strong. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. And they'll run on the inside handle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That one deep for Hodgins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material. Now a handoff up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
2nd and 2. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And 2 yards to go.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. He can't get him down. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, bump. And they can't bring him down. He's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup for the time. It's going to end up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one is over a long time.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we both learned about quarterback.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front are creating space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'll drop to throw. Anderson hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but now before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to bring back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll find Hodgins there complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a give, right side. Bump. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. There's the stiff arm. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down. Bump. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Minnesota.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
To the right side, and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been ragged throughout.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they suffered just their second loss as they dropped to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.